Years old.
Or are their parents going too far?
Your son said, sometimes I think my dad is using me to become famous.
Next Jenny Jones, children forced to be famous.
You spank them when they mess up.
She won these spankings.
Parents pushing their kids to the limit.
I don't beat my kid to get him on stage.
But you're manipulating him to go.
Yes,
you don't deny it.
You're living your life through your child. You wimp.
Next, Jenny Jones.
One, two. Shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up.
Everybody wants to be a pop star. With the success of young sensations like Britney Spears and Lil Bow Wow, more parents are encouraging their kids to find pop star success. But just how much pushing for stardom is too much? Should singing practice last until 2 a.m. at the local karaoke bar for a 5-year-old girl? Should a parent spank a child for missing a dance step?
I'll think about him if I'm like really frustrated.
When a child's pop star dream becomes a parent's obsession, is the price of fame just too high? Well, some of our guests today say yes. For example, this mother actually spanks her children during singing practice. And this dad says he kept his 5-year-old daughter out till 2 in the morning singing at a karaoke bar. We'll meet them in just a minute. Daryl admits that he is very strict in the way he runs the family singing group. I mean, you are really strict. You dock their allowance if they're late for rehearsal, your kids?
Yes, I do.
You do. How many kids are in the group? 4?
Yes, there's 4, and I'm working with my 4-year-old right now.
Okay. And one kid was in but is out now,
Yes,
right?
that's correct.
You rehearse what, every day, 6 days a week?
Yes, we rehearse
Right.
6 days a week.
But not Sunday unless Saturday they screw up,
Exactly.
right? Are you in the group too?
Yes.
Are you a singer?
Yes.
Is
Give
this
me a
about you?
microphone.
Is this about you?
No, I have my own show. I have my own half-hour show that I do by myself. It's just I realized that in my kids at an early age was something that they enjoy doing. I don't force them to do it.
They
but
can quit if they want to.
Sure, sure.
One of your sons actually did have to quit. You forced him to make a choice. He wanted to play sports. You said he can't do both.
Well, he tried to do both, and it's just that he wasn't giving 110% of his efforts, and it showed in a lot of our shows.
Do they want to do this?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Or is this about them paying your bills when the group becomes successful? Is that what you? Because it's true in a lot of cases now. You see these kids that are making a lot of money. They're very young, and they're buying their parents' houses and cars, and
Well, you know what?
That's what
you
the
know,
Jacksons
Jenny,
did for their.
I don't know about that. All of that would be nice if it happens.
They never threatened to quit because it would make you upset.
No, that's not true.
That's what they said. They might not tell you that, but that's what they told us.
Okay.
All right. Well, they are here. They're 14,
Okay.
13, 9, and 4 years old. Here are Jermaine, Justin, Little Daryl, and Andre, otherwise known as the Boys. Oh my! There's the. So this is Andre. This is Andre on the end. Andre's 4 years old. Little Daryl's 9. Justin's 13. Jermaine is 14. You're the one that said your dad yells at you if you miss a step, right? Do you think that he shouldn't yell at you, or I mean, he says you have to have discipline if you're going to make it.
Yeah, but there's a certain amount of discipline you should have.
You think it's a little too
you
much?
should give too.
You think it's a little too much?
Yeah.
If you wanted to quit, you wouldn't want to say so, right?
No, I wouldn't say it.
Have you ever thought about it yourself?
Yeah.
You might not want to do this?
Yeah.
Have you, Justin?
Yeah, a lot.
Do you love to sing and dance? Is this what you're driven to do in life?
Yeah, I like singing and dancing, but like most of the time, he finds a way to put like pressure on me.
Is it fair to put pressure on a 13-year-old?
You know what? It is a lot of pressure, but Jenny, you have to be realistic about your goal settings. Not everyone is going to make it.
It's your goal. It may not be their goal.
Well, you know what?
Can we see your talent? Do you guys want to perform? Do you all want to do it? Do you want to? Okay. Why don't you go over here with Dad, and we're going to get this performance here on TV. Now, here are the boys singing, I Can't Get Next to You. I can turn a gray sky blue.
I can make it rain whenever I wanted to.
Oh, I...
So beautiful, so from a single glass.
And I could make a ship sail high on dry land. But my life is incomplete and I'm so blue. 'Cause I can't get next to you.
I can't get next to you,
I
babe.
get next to
I
you.
can't get next
I
to
just
you.
can't get
I
next
can't
to
get
you.
next to you, babe. I can't get next to you. I
Can fly like a bird in the sky.
Hey, and I can buy anything that money can buy.
oh I
Thank you. You know, they could probably do it without you, Daryl.
They do. They do perform without.
I don't know if you're feeling it or not. I saw the talent, but they didn't look happy doing it. You know, they just... There's something sort of organic about when you're driven to do something and you love what you do. You can kind of see it. You didn't see it with these kids. Have you ever talked to them about your son Michael and how they feel about the fact that you forced him to choose? Didn't you talk about that, Justin?
You know what? I felt bad at the time, but now I come to realize that I understand why he left. His dream is to play football.
Yeah.
And
But you... Did he have to? Did he really have to make that choice? You could not have let him play football and then be with the group?
He would come home, he would be so tired from football practice that when we would have our own practice, he wasn't able to concentrate and to focus.
Are you a fan of Joe Jackson?
Well, you know what?
Are you trying to follow in his footsteps?
No, I mean, as far as being involved with his kids, knowing what the kids are doing, the kids was not out involved in drugs from what I know. You know, I can take a poll here with your audience. How many of them know if their kids are doing anything constructive? Are they into drugs? Are they being productive? You know, I'm not saying it for everybody out there.
Well, how does your wife feel about this? She feels like you're pushing a little too much.
Well, actually, my wife, she does all the vocals, our scale range. She's involved with all the...
She says you're like a drill sergeant. You need to ease up. And she says when the kids are in a competition of some kind, they play second place, that's not good enough for you. Daryl's wife and their oldest son say that it started out as a fun family activity with this group, but it's not fun anymore. First, here they are on tape.
Daryl has turned a fun family activity into a dreaded chore. He's pushing the boys way too hard. They rehearse for hours at a time, and they can't stop until they get everything right.
I was forced to quit the band because my dad made me choose between singing and football. Now sometimes I feel like an outsider in my own family. I know I could have done both if Dad was flexible. The schedule that he had us on made it impossible for us to do anything except sing.
Well, here are Carmela and her son Michael.
First of all, I want to say you guys were great. And Daryl, I love you. I think you're a wonderful father, and he is. He's a great father. I know that they love performing, and I think if we made it a little bit more fun for them and a little less...
Carmela, are you
work,
sure they enjoy it?
I am positive they enjoy
because
it.
Michael, I get the sense that they're afraid to say if they don't want to do this.
Oh, no,
You paid a heavy price, didn't you?
Yeah,
for wanting
but...
to play sports?
Yeah, we used to love to perform and everything, but it's just the practices were a little too hard, you know.
So because you had to choose, and you are out of the group now, you're like an outsider because it's such a family project, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
What do you do when when the whole family is rehearsing, which they do every day? What do you do?
I just, watch TV, in my room.
Wow.
And he runs the music. Michael runs the music.
He's
for
left
us.
out. He's totally feels left out.
Jenny, he's more than welcome to sing with us at any time. I would never, ever try to degrade or belittle any of my children.
He's not more than welcome. You made him choose, and don't say you didn't.
No. That's not true.
Yeah.
When we come back, she admits to disciplining her kids who are as young as 4 years old when they mess up during practice. She says a good parent can't give in. Is it true your mom spanks you sometimes if you don't do right? That's not fun.
Do you think about the kids? Did you hear what these kids said? Okay? What's happening with that? Mom ain't hearing that. Mom wants to be a star.
How do you think the kids are going to feel when they're grown up later and you've been spanking them for not getting a dance step?
I spank them, they don't do their homework.
Okay, now I want you to meet Cynthia. Cynthia says she uses discipline to train her 3 young children to perform in their family singing group. What is this, like the next Osmonds, or what do you think?
Basically a Christian rap group,
Run through the names of your kids.
Okay, we got Brittany Astray Large. That's Astray Star in French. We got Brianna Sky Large. We got Bijan Knight Large, and we got Bijou Cloud Large.
Okay, and you run this like a military.
Well, you know, when you
here,
have
right?
as many kids as I have, it's impossible. If you don't have a schedule, there's no way you can have control over your life.
A schedule? You got a serious schedule.
I have to have a schedule.
Can we show that schedule? I think we have it. We have it to show you. Okay. 6:30 a.m. bath. 6:50 out of bath. 7 o'clock out of bathroom. 7:30 room clean. 7:55 hair combed. 8 o'clock eat. 8:12 clean up table. 8:20 off to school. Same thing in the afternoon. 3:13 arrive at the castle.
Yeah.
Do they want to be in show business, these kids?
You know, they love performing, but they, you know, for a while I was pushing them by themselves, and now I pushed them with me because they didn't like practicing by themselves.
So you joined the group?
Yes, they like being around me.
You're a rapper too?
Yeah.
And you rehearse a lot, right?
Well, we rehearsed originally 30 minutes, but the other 30 minutes, I made it out of a game because what I did is I put all the games into a cup, like catch, basketball.
So the rehearsing's like a game for them because you spank them if they mess up, right?
First, I make them do 6 dictionary words. Okay.
Oh, you get 3 warnings.
Yeah. I get
okay.
3.
What's the 3 warnings?
Okay. First, if you can't listen the first time, you do 6 dictionary words. Second time, you're gonna do some math problems. Third time, you just pretty much being rambunctious. You don't want to listen, and you need to be spanked.
Do they want to be famous?
Most definitely.
They say you're the one that wants to be famous.
They want to be famous.
They said it to you. You joined the group, right?
I want to be a dancer.
You wanted, but you're actually.
I like to dance.
If this went exactly how you wanted it to go, where would it be in 10 years? What would be happening in 10 years?
I would like for us all to be together. I would like us to be spiritually connected with God, and I would like us to be performing together as a family. I don't want to split up.
You see yourself being rich from this?
Rich is, you know, more important than money is God and family. We put those 2 first. What comes afterwards?
Okay. Well, they are Bijan Knight, Brianna Sky, and Brittany Astray. They are 4, 6, and 9 years old. Welcome, Be Large. So, hi there. So you guys are you want to be in show business? Let's start with the Brittany Astray. You're 9?
Yeah.
How do you feel about being in this group? Is this what you want to do?
Yeah, most definitely.
Most of the time? Is there anything else you think you want to do someday when you're older?
I want to act.
Oh, you want to act. So you're kind of heading in that direction, right, in show business. What about you, Brianna Sky? Huh? It's probably not fun sometimes when you're pushed, probably, right? Is it true your mom spanks you sometimes if you don't do right? That's not fun. That's not fun. So, and is it Bijan? Bijan Knight, 4 years old. Do you like being in the group? Huh? What's the best part? Huh? You like to sing or you like to dance? Which one you like better? You like dancing better, okay. But what's the worst part?
We like singing, dance, acting, and basketball.
And basketball, yeah. Tell us about rehearsals. Tell us about rehearsals, Brianna. What's rehearsals like? Long?
Well, kind of like short, though.
If you wanted to quit, could you quit?
No.
You couldn't. Cynthia, I thought you said they could
never
quit.
asked me to quit.
You've never offered, though, right?
We don't teach our children to be quitters. That's not something that society teaches. We teach them to go forward for their dreams and, you know, the prosper.
But is this their dreams? Is this their dream?
Is this your dream? Is this your dream, Brittany? Because if she said she didn't want to do it, I'm pretty sure she would do well at anything. As long as she has God and her family in her heart, she'll go far.
We have a little videotape at Cynthia and the kids during an actual rehearsal. Take a look.
This is the end. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up.
You're supposed to be here. Brianna, you know where you're supposed to be. Oh, your stomach hurt? Oh, my goodness. Mama, why you stomach hurt? You hungry? You need to take a break or something? Because you going to do this. You understand? The first warning is, okay, what's the problem? I find out what the problem is. Second time, I get really angry and make them write like 20 dictionary words or whatever. Third time, I'm really ticked off. I make them do 100 dictionary words. Sometimes I've gone and put them in the room all day, or I spank their bottom if I'm like really frustrated. Move it now. Your stomach, you're hungry. We're gonna eat as soon as you do this. It takes 2 seconds. Stand up.
I love it.
Now, I'm not happy with all your sudden moves.
How do you think the kids are going to feel when they're grown up later and you've been spanking them for not getting a dance step?
I spank them, they don't do their homework.
Well, Cynthia Spencer says if anybody wants to be a star, it really is Cynthia. Here's more of Alvin on tape.
Cynthia runs her home like a boot camp. She talks to everyone military style, and she even treats her own husband like that. Cynthia says she wants her kids to be stars, but she's the one who really want to be famous. She spanks the kids when they mess up in rehearsal. You can't treat kids that way. Just don't do it. These kids are going to grow up to resent her, and they may not like what they have to do. It would be just like the kids on Different Strokes. Think about it.
Here comes Cousin Elvin. Hi, Alvin. So, who really wants to be in show business here?
Look at her.
Mom?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Cynthia?
just think about it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, these are kids, you know what I'm saying? Let them be kids, you know what I'm saying? All out here is
They
her,
have time
you know?
for kids.
Let them be kids.
What if there's no payoff? I mean, is this a talented group, or do they have the talent?
We all have talent. We all have talent. We all have fame.
You guys want to perform? You sure you want to do this? Huh? You sure you want to, everybody? B. John, you want to perform too? Why don't you go on over to, we have a special stage right over there. Why don't you guys all go over? You got microphones? Take your mic. There you go. Here to perform their original tune, Shoot 'Em Up, is Be Large.
Jenny, she says she spanks the kids when they mess up. She the one needs spanking.
Yeah.
You like that?
You mean to tell me it takes like 6 hours a day to do that? Let those kids play. Let them play. They're children.
We only did 30 minutes.
If you talk about God so much, why don't you put them on Sunday school and let them sing for an hour on Sundays?
You had them in 4 church choirs at the same time,
church choirs because they love to go to church.
Is this about money, Alvin?
Basically, what I see, like, you all just seen it. She's a star. The kids was just there, okay? Money might be an issue,
but kids are going to do whatever makes their parents happy. If they think they're pleasing you by doing this, that may be why they're doing it. I doubt if this is really what they want to do. We got to take a break. When we come back, he says he wants his 11-year-old son to be the next Sam Kinison. But is this boy being pushed by a father who dreams of his own stand-up comedy stardom? We'll find out next. Your son said, sometimes I think my dad is using me to become famous.
Yeah, okay.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Come on.
Are you trying to be a father-son comedy fan?
Yeah, sure, why not? Whatever it takes.
To
Whatever
make
it takes.
To make
We don't care who name's on the check as long as we're going to the bank.
Are you sure you want an 11-year-old to compete with adults and put him in a competitive situation to be rejected? You should see it live. To attend a free taping, call 312-836-9485. Jerry, who says he wants so much for his son to be a successful comedian. He keeps him out till 3 a.m. in the clubs. Son is 11 years old, Jerry.
That's correct.
What about school? How's he get up for school?
Zachary's on the honor roll. He goes to school every day. He's never missed a day of school because of his show.
But
Never.
how much sleep is he getting?
Honestly, if we get home at 3 o'clock, the bus picks him up at 5 after 10, or 5 after 9, so he's getting maybe 3-4 hours.
What if he says, what if he doesn't want to, what if he says, I'd rather play video games, I'd rather go out with my friends?
Honestly, if we got a show coming up, you play video games later, we got material to work.
So you're a comic too?
Well, I write his material and I coach him, so sure, I'm involved.
This is how you make your living too, right?
Yes, it is.
Can we hear a little bit of your stuff?
No, you can't.
So you work kind of dirty?
Yes, I work very dirty. Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you sure this is what he wants to do?
I'm positive.
And he'll confirm that when he comes out?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, he says sometimes he would rather watch TV than practice. Also known as the Zach Man. Please welcome 11-year-old Zach right here. Okay, your son said, sometimes I think my dad is using me to become famous.
Yeah, okay.
Is that what you think?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
What if he was good in baseball, basketball, soccer? You go to a baseball game and you got baseball parents there yelling at their kids through the whole game. What's the difference?
Yeah.
His
Not at 3 o'clock in the morning, she said.
whatever, you know? They got to get up Saturday and play an 8 o'clock game. What's the difference?
Do you want to be a stand-up comic, Zach?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'd rather go outside and hang out with my neighbor and stuff.
And you rehearse how many hours? 3-4 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Who writes your material?
My dad.
You've got to be giving up some after-school activities that you'd like to do.
Yes.
He's 11 years old, Jenny. Of course, I'm 44. There's times I'd rather be playing video games.
But you're an adult. You have responsibility. He shouldn't have responsibilities at 11 years old.
Whatever.
You know what? Why don't we just hear? Can we hear what you do? Are you prepared to perform? You want to?
Yes.
You sure you want to? Okay.
Thank you very much. I am the Zach Man. I am 11 years old. A lot of people ask me why I'd get up in front of strangers and do this. Well, my family's about the only way you're going to get any attention. I'm here to talk about my dad tonight. It's not that the rest of my family isn't whacked, but my dad, he's kind of special to me. I'd just like to ask, how many manic depressives do we have in the audience tonight? This one's for you. I am the son of a bipolar manic depressive with a side dish of acute paranoia. This bipolar thing, I have no idea what that is. But this manic depressive thing can get cool from time to time. I mean, when he's manic, there's nothing he won't do, nowhere he won't go. I mean, last time I almost got a go-kart and a free trip to Disneyland out of it. What kid wouldn't want that? And when he's depressed, that's kind of cool, too. I mean, all you got to do is slip him some Coca-Cola and chicken a la king through his trapdoor and you're fine. This acute paranoia thing, it worries me a lot. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to come home or moving to Vermont because the rock people are after him. Or whether he'll be in the bathroom with 32 loaded shotguns waiting for the toilet paper police to bust in and count his rolls because he was 3 pieces short. My dad's kind of silly, but I love him a lot. I'd just like to leave you with this. You know your trailer park if you have to have a hammer to open your suitcase and duct tape to close it. Thank you. That's my time.
Oh, stand up! Stand up! Stand up!
How did it feel for you, Zach? Huh? Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Is it stressful?
Sometimes.
Did you feel it went well? Did you feel like you got all the laughs you wanted?
Yes.
If your dad said, like tomorrow, you know what? This was a bad idea. I don't think you should do stand-up. Why don't you do whatever you want? Wouldn't you? What would you think?
I'd say fine.
Well, your mom's here. How's your mom feel about this?
She disagrees, but she has to deal with it.
She has to deal with it, because that's what Jerry says. Well, Zach's mom says the way Jerry's pushing him, Zach could lose out on his childhood. First, here is Susan on tape.
I am tired of Jerry pushing our kid to become a famous comic. Sometimes Jerry keeps Zach out till 2 in the morning, and he only gets a few hours of sleep before school. It's not right for an 11-year-old to be hanging out in bars in the middle of the night. They practice for hours every day in my living room, the same jokes over and over until Zach gets frustrated. Zach doesn't have time for any after-school activities because of the comedy, and he's only 11. This is too much pressure on Zach. Between comedy and school, he has more responsibility than most 40-year-olds.
And here is Mom, Susan. Susan, this is really for Jerry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the worst part for you missing out on school stuff?
The school is the most important thing to me.
Your husband doesn't do any clean material, is that right? He said he
No.
had nothing clean for us here?
No.
What's he exposed to in the clubs at midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning but dirty
What's
material?
he exposed to? He's not at Kindergarten Comedy Club. He plays comedy clubs, well-known names. He's on stage competing with adults. No, he does not compete with...
But are you sure you want an 11-year-old to compete with adults and put him in a competitive situation?
Yes.
To be rejected, to be...
Jenny, I have two things to say. First of all, she should practice what she preaches. She talks a lot about God. And how come she doesn't have any say-so in it as a mother?
He's a very domineering man, right? What if you decided, Susan, that this was not in your son's best interest? What if you made that decision and said, you know what? If he wants to be a comic, he can do it when he's 18. What if you made that decision?
A lot of the times it isn't in his best interest, but...
Why don't you protect your son? Why don't you be his parent and you take a stand? When we come back, you'll meet a father who keeps his daughter out at karaoke bars until 2 in the morning. Now, that would make it tough to get up for school if she was old enough to actually go to school. We'll meet this 5-year-old next. If you know someone who's pushing a child to become the next Britney Spears or Lil Bow Wow, call us at 312-832-4180. Now, our next guest is Mario. He says his daughter is talented enough to be the next Britney Spears, but she has to be pushed to get there. And she's 5 years old, right? 5 years old. She's at karaoke bars until 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning sometimes?
On occasion.
So you want her to be famous?
Yeah.
Because you didn't get to be famous.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you try? Were you a singer?
Well, I won like talent shows too when I was like 3 years old, 4 years old, but I never, my parents didn't really help me, or they didn't really know the business end of it, and they weren't producers like me, and they couldn't.
So you want to give her the opportunities that you didn't have.
Yeah.
What does she have that you think she could be the next Britney? I mean, did she just start singing on her own, or?
No, she's been singing since she was 2 years old. I've been actually, to motivate her, I've been taking her like to karaoke clubs in the area to get her inspired from older people that sing, you know, like teenagers.
But if she's 5, she has to want to play. Wouldn't you just want to go out and play or something?
Well, she gets to play like for like a half an hour in the day.
And then she has to come in and practice? How much does she practice?
She practices, depends on the week, you know, between 4 or 5 days per week.
Does she have a choice? Because you say she doesn't. This is your house. She's going to do it till she's 18, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. And is this in her best interest, or is it in your best interest?
Under both of ours, I'd say.
Would you like to meet her? She's backstage. Here is 5-year-old Amanda Claire. Well, hi, Amanda. Hi. So, do you like to wear lipstick? You do?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like to sing?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to be a big famous singer someday?
Yes.
You've always wanted that?
Yes.
You've never wanted to be anything else?
No.
Do you want to go out to the clubs till 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Okay. Okay. Do you like to just be able to play for a half an hour and then you have to go practice? That's not fun sometimes, huh?
No.
It's not. Sometimes you'd rather just play.
Yeah.
But your dad says you got to practice, right?
Yeah.
How old were you when you started singing?
2 years old.
2 years old. Do you want to sing for us today? Because it's totally up to you if you want to.
Yeah.
You sure you do? Okay, why don't you go on over there, right there on that X. You all set to go? What song are you going to sing today?
Daddy's Pride.
Daddy's Pride. Who wrote the song?
My dad.
Really? Okay. Here is Amanda Claire with Daddy's Pride.
The world is big, but we are small. And I like shopping in the mall. The sky is blue and the ocean too. And this is what I like to do. I play with toys and games, my dolls and bikes, I'm Amanda Claire, my daddy's pie. I play with toys and games, my dolls and bikes. I'm Amanda Claire, my daddy's pie. Yeah, daddy's pie. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
You're standing up because she was very cute and it was fun. She doesn't have a choice. If you decide maybe next year you start going to school, you might decide you want to be a teacher, you want to do something else, or you don't want to sing. That could happen, right?
Yeah.
Will you tell your dad if you don't want to do it anymore?
Yes.
What do you hope to happen here? You wanted to be Brittany when she's 16, 18, right? And then what will you be doing?
12.
When she's 12. Being Brittany. And then what are you going to do? You're going to be her manager? You're going to write? You wrote this song for her.
Just writer
right?
and producer still.
Does your mom like you singing, Amanda?
Yes.
Does she want you to be a famous singer? No. That's all right. You know what? That's okay.
Everything is right.
We'll ask her. She's backstage. We'll ask her when she can. You don't have to answer for her. Mom says it's hard to watch her daughter cry when Dad makes her sing. Here's more of Anna Lou on tape.
My daughter's 5 years old, and she stays out later than I do. Mario makes her practice singing when she always wants to play Barbies. I'm tired of Mario keeping 5-year-old Amanda Claire out past midnight at karaoke. When my daughter gets older, I want her to decide what she wants to be. Mario wants her to be famous because he always wished that he would be. He's pushing her so hard she might hate singing someday.
And here is Anna Lou. So, Anna Lou, what happens if your daughter doesn't feel like singing? Because she has to practice every day. What does she do?
She cries sometimes.
She cries?
Yeah.
Do you want her to be under this kind of a strict routine and this kind of pressure to sing for her dad when sometimes she doesn't want to?
No, that's why I want her to be happy too. So we decide for both of us. But then for Amanda...
We decide, we meaning...
Me and Amanda will decide, we can, tell them that she don't want to sing anymore, then she can't.
Are you going to let her quit?
No, not yet. No.
Would you consider yourself a tyrant?
Would you consider yourself a wannabe TV star since you're standing up on TV not having anything?
Let me tell you something, you immature producer. Let me tell you something. You don't know talent. You don't know talent because evidently you're living your life through your child. You wimp.
Well, when we come back, we'll meet a teenage girl who's so sick of her mom begging her to sing, she charges her $10 a song at this point. Stay tuned for that. Our next guest, Sandy, says absolutely she's pushing her daughter to be the next J-Lo, even though her daughter does not want to be famous and would rather be a crime scene investigator. Doesn't matter, because you didn't get your chance, right?
Now, in my life, it's like, if I'd have done that and I could have done that, and, well, I
she
could
doesn't
have,
She doesn't want this, right? She doesn't want to be famous.
Well, if she just doesn't have confidence in herself.
She says you embarrass her in front of people, you push her to the point where she's charging you money.
I ask her, I tell her, I'll give you $5. All right, I'll give you $10. She says, no, she tells me, give me $10. Give me 15. All right, give me $10 and I'll do it.
To sing.
She's doing it to me. She's pimping me. I'm not pimping her.
Well, she says she was hesitant when her mom asked her to sing on video
she
at home. Take a look at this video.
But
okay.
I'll give you $5 if she'll sing on here.
Samantha.
Mom, no.
Samantha.
Quit.
I want you to do me, would you do me a favor?
No,
please?
you're going to show to the whole neighborhood.
No, I won't. Christmas is coming. If you do this for me one time, this would be my Christmas present.
No.
Would you sing a little bit for me?
Well,
just a little bit, just like a little bit of something.
I pay you $5, $10, $20, $30, so you can go shopping and do your hair or your nails. You can. Oh, please, come on, just for Christmas. A little verse, just one little verse. One little verse. Come on, please.
Softly with his song, killing me softly.
She says, I came here to sing to get my mother off my back. Here's 16-year-old Sam. Well, Sam, you're singing, hoping what, that she'll get off your back like this?
Yes.
How do you think it's going to get your mom off your back if you sing today?
Because maybe she'll realize that after I sing, maybe she will realize that I have a lot of self-confidence that I could do it for myself.
You just don't want to. You don't want to.
I'd like to see that,
I heard your daughter wants a cell phone, right, Sandy? Doesn't she want a cell phone?
Yeah, she's 16
This is national TV. Shouldn't she get a cell phone for singing?
Okay, let me tell you something. What? I missed that. No, shut up. I missed the question.
Should give her the cell phone. She sings on TV for you. Gotta be something in it, right? If you're not going
Christmas is coming.
if you're not doing it for the love of doing it, you gotta get something out of it. What are you gonna sing today?
I'm going to sing the same thing I sang in the video, Killing Me Softly.
Why don't you go ahead? We have a little place there for you. Sam is doing this to get her mother off her back. We'll see if it works. Here she is performing Killing Me Softly.
I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
It's such a competitive world out there. I mean, are you guys teaching your kids the side of failure? And, I mean, are you supporting them if they don't? I mean, because some of you guys are like, if you don't do this, then I'm going to be so mad at you. That's what it feels like the kids are feeling. And that's not good. You need to support your kid, whether they want to go one way, if they want to play something, do art, whatever.
You should have unconditional support, right? Right. All right. Now, do you think any of our parents need a little psychotherapy? Well, help is on the way. Stuff happening on our website. Check us out at jennyjones.com or AOL keyword Jenny Jones. Well, psychotherapist and our expert in parent-child relationships is here. Rick Tivers is joining us.
The show is really about passion,
but isn't
not
it really
the kids'
about
passion.
The parents' passion?
It's the parents' passion. I think we need to live our lives to the fullest. I also, Daryl, I get that you really love your kids. It's not an act. I want to acknowledge you for that. I think it's terrific. I also see your kids, I believe they're afraid of you. That's very sad. I do see that.
Well, can I make a response to that?
Please.
My kids aren't really so much afraid of me, but they know I am strict disciplinarian. If they do something out of line, I'm going to punish them. I don't so much whip my kids at all, but what I do is I take away things that they enjoy. Like, for instance, they enjoy playing Nintendo. I don't spank my kids. I take away games.
I think that's great. Do something bad, but not for missing.
I think that's great. The vibrancy that's missing up here with the kids. Jenny, you mentioned it before when they were doing their routine, which was wonderful. All these kids have great talent. I'd like to acknowledge them. Terrific talent.
But can we talk to Tim about spanking a child for missing a step? These are little kids.
A way to cut off passion, creativity, is to stop it and be shaming. If somebody stands over you and judges you like this constantly, we're going to be frozen. I also would like to, where's your voice? I was wondering about this. No, Mom, where's your voice protecting your son?
And we have the same thing here with a mom who's very quiet.
When you were introduced, I think you're living your own passion through your son. Very inappropriate at that age. Very inappropriate. Same
Mario.
Position here.
Same with Mario.
Where's your voice protecting your daughter? She's beautiful. She's wonderful. But it's got to be her dream also. I see.
She's 5. This is a 5-year-old, this girl. 5 years old that is a limited playtime. She's getting limited playtime, limited TV time to practice singing because the dad wants her to sing.
I see a lot of my practice, I treat a lot of people who have constantly felt like they were failures, never good enough, and they're professionals, they do very well, but their parents push them for their passion, not their own passion. And a lot of these people become
There's
depressed,
your basis, right?
out of control, because they didn't feel their own sense of control. We don't do well when we're out of control. We do not like being told what to do. Very few of us in here or in life want to be told what to do. There's a difference between guidance and control. Guidance is great. That's
great
great.
point. We got to take
Not
a break. We'll be
control.
back. James always has a lot to say. Now, we really hope that you'll think about it. And, Rick, I want to ask you, first, thanks for being here, but just give us one general comment. What is the risk for any parents like this? Because you know they're out there pushing kids like that, not giving them the choice.
Two major risks. A lot of anxiety in kids, and later the kids will want to detach from their parents and they say, the hell with you, I need to be away from you, I can't tolerate the control anymore. So two major risks.
Thank you very, very much for being here. Thanks for watching, everybody.